Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from Jaden. The subject, I am settling.
Am I settling?
Oh, am I settling? That's a little more interesting.
I hope you're not settling.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, let's see what you have to say about that.
Let's see. Jaden says, hello, I got a cold diagnostic of 162 in September of 2024. Thinking it might have been a fluke, I tested again a couple days later and got a 161. Okay, great. That's not a fluke. That's plenty of people score in the 160s right out of the box. It's a very strong diagnostic score.
Incredibly strong. Yeah.
And it wasn't just once, you did it twice, so it's legit. So my response to that is, if you don't eventually get an official 173, 174 or higher, I think you're settling.
Yep.
I mean, that's a 99th percentile diagnostic.
Yeah.
It would be tragic not to end up with a 99th percentile actual.
Also. Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, that's settling. That's interesting, actually. I would love to have like data on
the percentile of,
percentiles for diagnostics.
Yeah.
But 160 anything to me is a 99th percentile diagnostic.
Like it. Yeah, we just don't hear that often.
We don't hear it very often. And when we do hear it, we expect you to make it solidly into the 170s. Okay. Mm-hmm. I studied intensively with another course for 2 months before taking the November 2024 LSAT. Back then, I thought I wanted to apply for the fall of 2025. I was very disappointed to get a 162 on test day. As you should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing I could do better, I decided to study again in the summer of 2025 after graduating. I studied from June until my test in August. I used a different company because I qualified for their 170 score guarantee, but I hated it the entire time. I was devastated to learn that I got a 160 on test day. My average practice test score was a 163, with my high being 2 166s. You got to get better LSAT prep, Jaden. You're wasting your time and your money. You're probably studying from people who scored lower than you will eventually score, by the way. If you're doing like Kaplan or Princeton Review, it's highly likely that teacher scored a 164.
These 170 score guarantees too are awkward because they're like, you have to do a shit ton of homework. And if you don't do all that homework, then you don't qualify. And so then it actually invites you to study in a way that forces you to focus on quantity as opposed to quality. And that's just bad.
And it's a high level of quantity of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's going to be diagramming exercises and all this like super heavy-handed question type stuff and formal logic
it's more
lessons.
Devastating. Yeah. For someone who's so naturally good at the test, you're just throwing at them a totally different way of thinking about it. You scored in the 160s on your diagnostic because you have a solid intuitive grasp of what the sentences are saying. And now they're saying, no, don't rely on that.
You can't do it based on intuition.
No, you got to start drawing
reading the question first. And you got to what do you mean? You didn't diagram that?
How could you understand that? Well, I understood it, but I guess
I got it right. I mean, I knew what they were asking me and I picked the right answer. No, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Jaden says, since I can't refund the October test, I'm leaning toward taking it. No. Applying broadly by November. No. And seeing what offers I get.
No.
Fuck no, dude. Wait a second. Jaden, you're asking, am I settling?
You are.
Before I even read any of this, when I saw the 162, 161, 162 diagnostic, Ben and I agreed that if you don't eventually get a 173 or higher, you're settling. I am now shocked to learn that you might be settling for a 162? 162 is Jaden's high.
Yeah.
That's exactly Jaden's diagnostic.
That is bad.
That is settling. That is fucking terrible. That would be an unbelievable fail by the LSAT prep industry.
Yeah.
Like they took somebody with so much potential and they just fucking squashed it.
Yeah. Confidently too, probably.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they were sure that they were teaching Jaden the right way. Oh yeah, there can be some growing pains. You got to learn how to do it the right way.
Yeah, you're
No,
gonna regress a little, and then you're gonna start to come back really strong. Oh yeah, really?
this is why we do things the way we do them, by the way. I mean, the reason why we don't start with a bunch of theory, the reason why we encourage you to dive right into drilling and timed sections and just work your way through LSAT questions and solve them is because people like Jaden are plenty smart enough to solve many of the questions with no prior knowledge, no theory, just read it and understand it. It makes sense if you take the time to make sense of it. And Jaden, if you take a bit more time to do it our way and make sense of it, I know that you're going to score in the 170s. I have no doubt you're going to score in the 170s, but you do need to forget everything you've learned in these two dorky classes you took. Whatever those classes were, I mean, they hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
They hurt you. You scored lower on your second official test than you did on your diagnostic.
Yeah.
I mean, the prep classes hurt you. Forget literally everything they taught you. Try again, do it our way. Jaden continues, if I don't get a full ride, I'd likely start fresh and do it the demon way. Only register once I have the 170 plus, I believe would make a full ride at UNM unavoidable. UNM is my top choice because I don't want debt or big law. I'm leaning prosecutor, public defender, or JAG, and my girlfriend will likely attend UNM SOM soon. I have no idea what UNM SOM is. Do you?
Nope.
I assume we're talking about the University of New Mexico. I don't know what SOM is. Some program that she's doing at UNM. That's great. That's fine.
Oh, University of New Mexico School of Medicine.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, that obviously makes
Ooh,
sense.
2.9 stars on Google.
The School of Medicine has a
Yeah.
2.9 on Google. People are mad about the medical school. That's funny. I do want to look up. Oh yeah, okay. So New Mexico law, 107th in the country.
Mhm.
Perfect school to go to if you want to be a public defender, JAG, whatever. But yeah, I mean, their 50th percentile LSAT 157. Their 75th percentile LSAT 160. They give grants to 58% of the class, but they don't give that many full rides. They 12% got half to full. Nobody got exactly full. 2 people got more than full. I think you need to show up with like a big time LSAT. Well, at least you might as well be over their 75th percentile, which I guess maybe Jaden is above their 75th percentile. I don't know. Jaden says, given my situation, do you think it's smarter to apply this cycle and see what happens or hold out until I get the score that maximizes my chances at a full ride? Also, I love your advice and your cynicism is super entertaining. Thanks, Jaden. Yeah, glad some people like us.
Yeah, I know some people hate us.
Some people do hate us. Yeah, no, we're not for everybody. That's for sure. Um, I don't know. What do you think? It's totally possible. These schools are so bad that it's totally possible that Jaden does get this full ride.
Well, so Jaden, you're making the decision because your girlfriend's going to be there. I feel like that's limiting as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't settle. I would get the best score you can on record, apply broadly, and then see how you feel once you start getting great offers from great schools. Can you have a long distance relationship? Can you delay another year, wait till your girlfriend is closer to finishing?
Or,
Nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with
apply
delaying.
at least to like credible competitor schools to UNM,
Yeah.
like the Arizona schools, for example.
Yeah.
Texas schools, Arizona schools. And if you can show UNM, like, look, I would love to go to your school, but I got into UT Austin because of my 173.
Mm-hmm.
or I would love to go to your school, but I got a full ride from ASU. Like, you offered me 50% off, but that ain't gonna cut it. Like, I've got
Yeah.
a full ride over here from ASU.
I need a stipend and you
We
offer
need to,
them.
right. I see here that a couple people in your class last year got a stipend to go here. That's what I'm looking for if I'm going to be able to go to your school.
Yeah.
And I, it's just so much easier to have that conversation. You don't even really necessarily need to have the conversation. If you're just looking at the competing offers, then
Yeah.
you're already going to be a much better negotiator. Because sometimes the correct move is to just walk away from the school. The risk here, Jaden says, if I don't get a full ride, I'd likely start fresh. But what happens when they give Jaden a
A half scholarship.
75%
Yeah.
scholarship,
Oh, it's
50%,
pretty good. I could
75%?
start now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It happens constantly. You also, when you get bad offers, like there's that situation where you get a semi good offer and you're tempted to take it. But also, when you get bad offers, you start to believe that that's all that's out there. It's like narrowing, right? Like, oh, there are only bad offers out there. Maybe this 75% offer is actually really good. No, it's not. You just didn't apply broadly enough or with the best score.
It's just so tragic to apply with a 162 when your diagnostic was 162. That's
Yeah.
just like, no, I mean, that's a non-starter over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will not regret waiting another year. No, nobody has ever told us, I wish I would have done it sooner. Oh my God, law school is the greatest thing in my life. I wish I would have done it. I'm sad I took your advice and waited another cycle. No,
I wish I could have been
people
doing this last year. No,
people tell
no,
us the
no.
opposite of that every day. That I'm so glad I decided to wait. I'm so glad I retook the LSAT. I'm so glad I prepped again and forgot all the nonsense about reading the question first and diagramming and highlighting and underlining and note taking and formal logic garbage. And I'm so glad I just let go of all that stuff and instead learned how to actually read the test and answer the questions based on what it says, which ironically Jaden knew how to do the first day he did a practice test.
Yep.
Get back to that, Jaden. Get your 170 something, apply broadly. You're just going to have a mountain of offers, including the best offer UNM can possibly make you. And yeah, I think the risk is if you don't do all that, you're just setting yourself up for UNM to make you a offer. Like it's an offer.
Yeah.
But they're just fishing. It's like, oh well, let's see what happens if we throw them a throw them a bone, and then your family, your friends, everybody knows you're applying to law school. They're all excited for you. And then it's real hard to just say, like, yeah, no, I decided not to do it this cycle. People immediately go, why not?
Mm.
What? No, you're supposed to be what? Really? Why?
Yeah, and then they talk negatively about something they don't understand. Oh,
Right.
he's afraid, not taking action.
Yeah. No, you are taking action by, you can win this game before you even start
Yep.
if you get like you have so much talent as indicated by that 161, 162 diagnostic.
Mm-hmm.
You did it not once but twice. Well, then you should end up in the 170s solidly. And then you're just a completely different applicant. You're such a stronger applicant if you do it that way. And he's also talking about applying later in the cycle than we would prefer anyway, right? He's going to take the October LSAT and apply in November.
Mm.
What? No, dude, just apply next September. Okay. Thank you, Jaden. Email daily at lsatdemon.com if you would like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.